I can look back on my journal from 2 years ago and say, wow, I've actually come so far. I am so proud of the woman that I was 2 years ago because she led me here. And there is nothing like that. It gets your thoughts out of your head and onto paper. But your thoughts, and I'm sure you've heard this before, create your reality. Your thoughts are what create how you feel. Your thoughts are so powerful, but if you do not have the awareness of what you're thinking, how can you ever change anything? Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Adrienne. If you are not, thank you so much for clicking on another one of my videos. For today's sit down video, I wanted to talk to you about journaling. It's something that I mention quite a bit on my Instagram, and if I don't mention it, I often post myself when I am sitting down to journal because I do it nearly every single day. And so I've gotten some questions about it, and for me, it has been life-changing. And so I just wanted to share a little bit with you guys about how I journal, why I believe it's life-changing, and how you can get started if you are interested. So if you are interested in hearing more about what I have to say, stick around, let's get into the video. So I want to preface this whole conversation by saying that I believe, it's my belief, that as human beings, we are meant to evolve. We're meant to grow, we're meant to change, and I am a huge advocate of self-development work in order for us to become our best selves, to become better than we were the day before, and to basically just live the best life that we can live. This doesn't mean that I think that we shouldn't enjoy who we are now and the present. It doesn't mean I don't think we should enjoy the life that we have now. That's not what I'm saying at all, but I think it's in our nature to grow. It's in our nature as humans to evolve and to change, and we can either change for the better or we can change for the worse. Or we can just have no awareness that we're changing at all, but who wants that? Journaling, in my opinion, is one of the most helpful tools when it comes to self-development and creating a better life for yourself. So first and foremost, I want to talk about the benefits of journaling. So the first benefit of journaling is, like I said, developing self-awareness. This is a skill that is developed over time, and it is ultimately what leads us to becoming the best versions of ourselves, and I think being able to live the most joyful life that we can. Journaling helps you to figure out why you are the way that you are, why you do the things that you do, why you feel the way that you feel. It helps get everything out of your mind and onto a piece of paper for you to see it. Because sometimes, most of the time, when we're in our own head, circling through our own thoughts, we are unable to pause long enough to actually figure out what's going on in our minds. To be able to write down the thoughts that our own minds are producing gives us the ability to unlock some of our limiting beliefs as well that hold us back from doing the things that we want to do or becoming who we want to become. There's a reason that you may not feel happy with where you are in life, but until you have the awareness to figure out why that is, you can't change it. So journaling can help you do that. Another way that it provides you self-awareness is it can help you unlock unhealthy thought patterns you might have. Do you find yourself feeling habitually unhappy or overwhelmed, or day after day just something feels off and you can't quite figure out why? Journaling can help you figure that out because it gets those thoughts that are creating those feelings out of your mind and onto that paper for you to see. Another way journaling can help you with self-awareness is just like it can unlock the limiting beliefs that are holding you back from becoming the best version of yourself and reaching those goals, dreams, and desires that you want. It can also help you really get in tune with what goals and desires you want for your life. I have seen it and I've done it myself where you don't really admit what you truly want out of life because first of all, you may think that you can't have it, and so it's scary to admit it. But second of all, sometimes we just don't take the time to really figure it out. We don't sit down and say, what do I really want? So journaling can help you do that as well. So essentially, what journaling does is it gets your thoughts out of your head and onto paper. I've said that like 10 times because that's really what it does. But your thoughts, and I'm sure you've heard this before, create your reality. Your thoughts are what create how you feel. Your thoughts are so powerful, but if you do not have the awareness of what you're thinking, how can you ever change anything? So journaling is a tool to understand the thoughts that are going on in your head, whether it's to understand what desires you have in life, or to unlock those limiting beliefs that may be holding you back, or just for you to understand why you feel the way you feel. Journaling is so beneficial for so many reasons, but one of those biggest reasons is it helps you develop really keen self-awareness. The second big thing that journaling can do for you, the second big benefit that journaling has, is it can help you to improve your emotional intelligence. In the same ways that it gets your thoughts onto paper to see, you know, why you're stuck in these habitual patterns of thought, why you may be doing certain things, it can also help you, and I think I kind of mentioned this before, and they do sort of go hand in hand, but it helps you to understand why you feel the way you feel. Not all of us, but many of us were taught not to feel our emotions, not to pay attention to them, that maybe emotions were weakness. And so although that may have been what we're taught, I feel like a lot of us are realizing that that's the total opposite. That emotions have everything to do with the way that your life is. That emotions, that you can't shove them down, that they're never gonna go away if you don't take care of them, and that it's actually a strength to be able to express them. But if you're starting out at a place where you have no idea how to express your emotions, sometimes journaling can help you, and it can help you develop emotional intelligence, or it can help you to improve it. You can start to write out, again, the thoughts that you feel, or the thoughts that you're thinking. And as you look back at those thoughts, as you look back at what you've written for that day, let's say, you can say, oh, when I read this thought, I feel this way. This thought is causing me to feel anxiety. This thought is causing me to feel really overwhelmed. This thought is causing me to feel sad. Whatever it may be, you then can gain the awareness and improve your emotional intelligence by looking back at the thoughts that are causing your emotions, because all emotions are caused by thought. So I've already explained the two main benefits, the two main benefits I believe that journaling can help you with, which is self-awareness and emotional intelligence. But then there's also two others that I think are just as important, and they are both reflection and gratitude. So reflection, I think, can just give you more of a meaning or a deepness to life. It can help you look back at not only things that maybe were difficult for you, but things that made you really happy. I love to go back and look at my journal from a year or two ago to see the person that I was. And not only does reflection just help you write down memories and, you know, have something for you to look back on, but it also shows you how far you've come. That's huge, because on a bad day, I've done this before, on a bad day where I feel like nothing has changed, I haven't changed, I'm still, you know, doing the same things that I know, maybe I'm self-sabotaging, whatever it is, I can look back on my journal from 2 years ago and say, wow, I've actually come so far. Or there have been times where I've even looked back and said, wow, I am so proud of that girl. I am so proud of the woman that I was 2 years ago, because she led me here. And there is nothing like that. So that is another huge thing. And then the fourth reason is gratitude. I don't know what a life looks like without gratitude anymore. It is such a perspective shifter. It's a life changer to really start to take note of what you're grateful for every single day. This doesn't mean the overarching things you can always say you're grateful for, like, you know, I'm grateful to be alive, although some days you may feel that more than others. Or I'm grateful for my family, or I'm grateful for my friends. While you may feel really grateful for those things, it's easy to just spit those out. They're the things that you just know you're grateful for. But a really cool tool that I've used that I don't think I could change anymore because of how much it's changed my life is finding gratitude every single day for the littler things, for the more mundane things, because it makes you appreciate life and look at life in a whole new lens. I may be having a very anxious morning, a bad day, I may have gotten poor sleep, or I don't want to go to work that day, or whatever it may be, but if I start my day out with gratitude, things like, you know, I'm grateful that I had a warm bed to sleep in. I'm grateful for the cup of coffee I'm sipping on. I'm grateful for the smile that my nephew gave me yesterday. Things like that are automatically making you shift your thoughts and shift your perspective, and therefore shift your reality, shift your day, shift your life. So that is the last benefit I'm going to talk about today. So those were the main 4 benefits of journaling: improving your self-awareness, improving your emotional intelligence, reflection, and then gratitude. Next, I want to talk about how to start journaling, because I've gotten this question a lot, and I understand, because when I began journaling, was very on and off. And when I was younger, I had the whole like diary, like this is what happened to me today, or my crush did this, or like, you know, those kinds of things. And I think that a lot of times as adults, if you haven't journaled, that's kind of what you think of as journaling, but that's not the case. Now, of course, you can write down what happened to you during your day, and sometimes that's necessary, but that's not the point of journaling. We're not keeping a diary. We are trying to improve ourselves, feel better, those kinds of things. So just simply writing down what happened to you during the day in like a matter-of-fact way, like I went to work and I walked my dog and you know, like it's not the same thing. So how you journal, first and foremost, is you have to create a safe space for yourself. This was something that was difficult for me, and so I know I've actually had a few other people mention this to me, so I'm sure it's worth mentioning here, but you can't judge yourself for what you're about to write down, and you can't judge yourself for how you're feeling. You have to create a safe space for yourself. If you are going to use journaling as a self-development tool to make yourself better or feel better, you have to be able to be honest with yourself, and you can only be honest with yourself if you don't judge yourself. So it sounds like, as I'm saying, I laughed a little because as I'm saying it, it sounds like duh, but honestly, it's hard to sit down and say like, I feel like shit today. You know, like it's hard to do that when you're not used to it. So I totally get it. However, that is like the key, like so crucial. You have to make your journal space a safe place for you, for your mind, for your thoughts. Don't judge yourself for whatever is about to come out on that piece of paper. Judgment free, leave it there. It's my first piece of advice. Now, how to actually start journaling after that is actually kind of simple. It's simple for me to explain, it's not as simple to do. Next, after you create this safe space for yourself, you sit down to journal, you do one of 2 things. 1, you write down how you feel. I feel sad today, and I feel sad because da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Or I feel really overwhelmed. I have this on my plate, and this on my plate, and this on my plate, and I just feel really overwhelmed. You know, just start to write down how you feel, and over time, inevitably, you will start to write down why you feel that way. And you'll be able to look back and say, wow, this is a habit for me. This is a pattern. And it just takes consistency, and it just takes you doing it over time for you to kind of unlock those things we talked about. But it really just starts with writing down how you feel. That's the first way. The second way is if you're not comfortable writing down how you feel, you don't know how to describe it, or that just doesn't resonate for you, doesn't feel good, sound good, start what is called a stream of consciousness. All that is you start writing down whatever comes to mind. And don't judge yourself for it. That's the biggest thing, is don't judge yourself for whatever comes out of your mind. And it could sound as silly as, I don't know what to write about. I feel like this is dumb. I don't know how this is gonna help me. You know, or a little less negative, it could be, I really like this coffee in my cup. It tastes really good. It makes me feel warm inside. Like, I don't know, but just start writing down what you think, and eventually your mind will wander and you'll be able to write down some other thoughts that maybe were not as surface level and are a little bit deeper. And as you do this over time, you begin to trust yourself, you begin to become more comfortable with journaling, and that's how you can take it deeper and deeper, and it can become more beneficial for you. So, very last thing is, if you are just starting off journaling, don't expect for it to change your life right away, or for it to be just the easiest thing right off the bat. You're developing a new habit by journaling every day, and it's not that it's not easy, but it's not comfortable because it's not what you're used to doing. So give yourself some time, be consistent with it, and see where it gets you. Like I said, it can start off very surface level, but over time, and this is what happened to me, over time, you get deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, and you start to really understand yourself, discover yourself. It opens so many doors inside yourself. And it just, like I said, to me, it was life-changing, and so I really wanted to share this information with you for that reason. But that's basically all I have to say today about journaling. Again, I don't think it takes the place of a therapist if that's what you need. It does not take the place if you have a mental health disorder that needs attention. It's just a tool. It's a tool in a toolbox of so many other things to help you with your self-development, to help you take better care of yourself, and to help you get to know yourself better, and to help you create your best life and to be the best version of yourself. I think at the end of the day, if we all strive to be the best versions of ourselves, this world's gonna become a much better place. So that is all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want me to talk about anything else, you want me to expand further on this, please leave it in the comments below. And I think that's it. I will catch you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.